So, can artificial intelligence be your financial advisor? Stay tuned to find out how I'm going to now demonstrate using Bing.com and its AI to find some answers to the typical financial questions that I get asked. So here we are, Bing.com. Let's see, it says, what can I help you with now? So what should we ask it? Explain to me how pensions work in the UK. There's our search term. Let's see what happens. So straight away you can see it actually says it's searching for pensions in the UK. So it's reduced the search term to what it thinks the specificity is. So UK government has a state pension system. Great when those who worked in the UK and contribute to national insurance receive regular payments for funding their requirement. You can start claiming the state pension once you reach your state pension age. And then it tells you how many years you need to do it. What I love about this is it actually tells us where it's got this information from, and it's going to provide the reference point. So for number one, state pension age, we can click on the underline and it says it's got from expatica.com UK finance. Number two, gov.uk. And what you can actually do is if I click the gov.uk, it actually goes to the source. Where's it got the information from? Which, of course, is really useful for you to go and check the validity of the information that Bing is doing. It's also then given us some further questions. One of the things I think everyone's at a disadvantage of whether they come to see a financial advisor is that they may not know the right questions to ask. I always give the analogy, if I take my car in for a servicing, really, I just want my car serviced and I want to be told by the mechanic that everything's okay. When they start explaining the intricacies of all the things that they've changed, the oil and the air filter and all the other bits and pieces that they've done, I'm probably not interested, with all honesty. I just want to know my car is fixed. So sometimes we just don't know the right questions. Now, one of the reasons you're watching a YouTube video, of course, about this is that you are interested in upskilling yourself to find out more information, which of course is fantastic. But we want to do, so let's see how we can answer some of the questions. So what is the state pension age? What are national insurance pension payments? Let's ask, how do I make up missed years in my NI contributions? Now, let's have a look now what we get. How do I make up missed years in my NI contributions? Let's see what it makes of that. And we can see searching for make up missed years in NI contributions. I'm actually asking it a full question and it just summarizes that. You're able to pay voluntary contributions to fill gaps if you're eligible. Where's it getting the information from? Number one, from the gov.uk website. Voluntary contributions do not always increase your state pension if you're below the state pension. Check your national insurance record. So this is pretty useful just to find out information. How do I check my national insurance record? How do I contact the Future Pensions Agency? How do I contact the Pension Service? Let's just make this a bit more technical now. Let's say we want to understand pensions a bit more. So explain the annual allowance in May 2023. Now, for those of you who may be familiar with that term, that's the maximum you can contribute into a pension each year and receive tax relief. And there's a number of rules around that. So that's searching for annual allowance May 2023. Now, of course, what I put in, I very specifically put in May 2023 because I wanted it to see whether it would find out the most recent legislation changes. So here we go. The annual allowance is the most you can save into your pension pot in the tax year, 6th of April to the 5th of April, before you have to pay tax. You'll only pay tax if you go above the annual allowance. This cap is known as the annual allowance, which rising to £60,000 in 23-24. It's previously capped at £40,000, and it's got that from which.co.uk. What happens if I go above the annual allowance? What counts towards the annual allowance? Can I carry over any unused annual allowance? Brilliant. Let's just really test it a little bit more and explain the lifetime allowance in May 2023. Oh, I've just, there's a bit of a typo there. I put Matt 2023, so let's just see whether it's clever enough, and I'm sure it is clever enough actually to understand that I was looking for lifetime allowance May 2023. Generating answers, lifetime allowance, maximum amount of tax relievable savings an individual can benefit over the course of their lifetime. Now, okay, so they then go on to say there's a lifetime allowance charge, but however, this measures no one will face a lifetime allowance charge from April 2023. A future fiscal event, the government will make necessary changes to remove the entire from pension tax relief legislation. So this excess is taxed at 55% is not correct, but it then goes on to say the government will make the necessary changes to entirely remove the lifetime allowance from pension savings. So we've got to check things out here. Excess is taxed at either 55% where taken as a lump sum, and you see that's going lifetime allowance, new lifetime allowance rules, and we can go through to the Hargreaves Lansdowne website to see the information of how it's pulled. That download, what do the lifetime allowance changes mean for you? And you've got to download a guide, so I don't want to do that. Okay, so let's just maybe test it a little bit further. What else could we want to know? Should I contribute to a pension or a LISA? And that's a lifetime ISA, so that's a tax advantage product as well as a pension. And again, I put a space between A and pension there, so let's see what this is going to do. Whether you contribute to lifetime depends on your personal circumstances. Pensions offer tax relief, contributions, but you cannot access money until you reach the minimum pension age. Currently 55. He's explained LISAs. You may seek financial advice if you want a more informed decision. Anything I can help you with. So we've got explanations there. What are the benefits of contributing to an ISA? How does tax relief on pension contributions work? So should I pay off my mortgage or contribute to a pension? Let's try to work out what I've done. Here we go. Now, usually, of course, what we'd really do is work out someone's tax position, what their tax relievable savings are, what their pension commencement lump sum would be, like the tax-free amount that they could receive from their pension at a later date to work out which is the most tax-efficient way to do it. The way I would do that is through some software, some cash flow planning software. Let's see what Bing makes of this. Again, pay off your mortgage to contribute to a pension depends on your personal circumstances. Paying off can save in interest payments. Contributing to a pension, on the other hand, can provide long-term financial security. It's important so we're not really getting a great answer there at the moment from that. Okay, let's shift a gear. Let's say we're really interested in investing. Now, I'm a big fan of value investing for my clients, and you may not be familiar with that term. So let's say, explain what value investing is. Now, I'm expecting it to come something back with book to market value, lower price securities. Maybe it'll mention some of the bigger investors, Warren Buffett, Benjamin Graham. Let's have a look. Value investing is an investment strategy that involves selling stocks that appear to be trading for less than intrinsic value or book value. And we've got a bit of an explanation, undervalued stocks. Anything else I can help you with? Let's just see what the suggested terms are, or the suggested questions. What are the benefits? What are the risks? How do I select stocks? Okay, let's say I want to understand who are the best value investors. Let's have a look. Searching for best value investors. As I say, people like Benjamin Graham, Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, to mention a few. Here we go. Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway, Benjamin Graham, wrote several influential books on the subject. Sir John Templeton. Anything else I can help you with? We could say, tell me more about Warren Buffett, Benjamin Graham, John Templeton. Okay, so I know a lot of research came from two gentlemen, Ken French and Eugene Farmer. So tell me about French and farmer research. Showing my poor typing skills here. So searching for French and farmer research. So you can see that it looks like I can miss out the tell me about. It's just the way my brain works that I want to still be polite, even though I'm talking to an artificial intelligence. Eugene Farmer and Ken French are well-known economists, conducted extensive research in the field of finance, three-factor model, capital asset pricing model, anything else I can help you with. Where did it get the information from? So if we go to Ken French Data Library at Dartmouth University, we now see where we can research his papers on the three-factor research, etc. So that's, again, a great resource. How can I get exposure to value investing in my pension portfolio? So I don't actually know the answer to this. I have opportunity, I've spelled how wrong, opportunity to get into funds that aren't available to retail customers. But there are several ways you can get exposure to value investing in your pension portfolio. Invest in a value-oriented mutual fund or exchange-traded fund. Value investing directly into individual value stocks. And diversification. Is there anything else you can help with? So how do I invent value? How does intrinsic value? What are some value-oriented mutual funds or ETFs? Perfect. So this is hopefully going to now actually identify some of the funds or exchange-traded funds that you or I could get into if we wanted to get an exposure to value funds. Some popular options include the Vanguard Value ETF, the iRussell Share 1000 Value ETF, and the Schwab US Large Cap Value ETF. These fund-tracked indices of large cap value stocks are named to provide exposure to value companies. Is there anything else I can help you with? So there's a quick whistle-stop tour for understanding. As a financial planner, one of the big jobs I do is bring in together all the assets and liabilities a client has, and then I try to understand what their goals and their objectives are, and then really create a plan and a strategy to achieve those objectives. I don't think AI is at that point, but what AI is available to do is answer so many of the questions. One of the reasons you're probably on YouTube is, as I say, you're trying to find out the answers to some specific questions, and I think AI is a wonderful tool for you to be able to, in essence, do some really clever searching. It's not going to give you the advice of exactly what you need to do. I think you're still going to need to sit with a financial advisor if you need that help hand holding. If you don't and you're comfortable doing it on your own, then good luck to you. But I think it is an amazing tool for actually finding the right information. And then also what I love about Bing, it's allowing you to go and look at the source of that information for you to double check the validity of it. So I really commend this to you. It's amazing. I've been in the financial advising business for over 30 years now, and to see this opportunity available to everybody just with a web browser, I think is just remarkable. I really commend it to you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been useful. Please leave some questions below if you've got some questions for me. My name is Justin King. I'm a chartered and certified financial planner. My aim is to help you live a successful life, and that often involves understanding your money. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.